7th meeting of the Historic Preservation Commission to order. Can we have the roll, please?
Yes. Chairman Lane.
Here.
Commissioner O'Day.
Here.
Commissioner Haberman.
Here.
Commissioner Tarek.
Here.
Commissioner Henderson.
Here.
Commissioner Jacoby.
Here.
Commissioner Barnard.
Here.
Councilmember Marsing.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, great. Next item of business is approval of the December 4th meeting minutes, which are in your packet. And just as a note for any of the new commissioners here, we did get it on authority from the city attorney that you are allowed to vote on the meeting minutes approval, even if you were not present at that meeting. You can choose to abstain if you like, but there's not a requirement to do so. So we just need a quorum to approve our minutes. Do any of the commissioners have any comments or corrections from the December 4th minutes? And if not, I would entertain a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, I've got a motion to approve the minutes from Commissioner Jacoby and seconded by Commissioner Henderson. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? No. Okay, approved unanimously. Thank you. Let's see. Next, we have a report from the chair. And my job today would be to introduce our new team, as it were. So we obviously heard the roll, but we now have Commissioner O'Day has joined us as a full-time commissioner. We also have Commissioner Haberman, Aaron Haberman, who has joined us for the first time. And Commissioner Henderson has been extended as an alternate as well. And then we have a new City Council liaison, Jake Marsing. So welcome to everyone here who is brand new, and welcome back, those of you who've been with us for a little bit. Appreciate that. So yeah, along those lines, just to talk a little bit of process so that we're all on the same page. So the meetings are recorded. And primarily because of that, the way that we sort of structure comment here is that if a commissioner or city council liaison has a desire to speak on, ask a question, make a comment outside of these little motions, the procedure is to go ahead and hit the button on your mic, which is the right button. Is that right? Right-hand side? I can't remember. And that will turn your mic green. And if you can also just sort of wave or yell at me if I'm not seeing it, it'll show up on my screen. And then I will call on you as a commissioner to then comment. In doing so, I will activate that mic so that it's red. And so if you can please not just start talking, that will, provide order to the meeting, but honestly, more importantly, it makes sure that your comments are recorded. And if you ever watch one of these things, which I have actually done, if your mic's not live, then your voice is not heard in the recording, and so someone watching has no idea what you're saying. So it is really important, and that's the primary reason why we do it. It's not because I'm some sort of goofy control freak. All right, I think that's really all I needed to cover. So next we'll have communications from HPC staff.
Yes, I do not have any particular communications outside of some items related to the annual business agenda items, so I will cover those when I get there.
Okay. Would that include any potential dates for retreat?
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
You read my mind.
All right, wonderful. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a relatively quick meeting. So no, just to wrap up, so no other COAs or applications pending, nothing like that?
It was a fairly quiet. It was a fairly quiet December. I will say, and I was going to address this in the when we talk meeting dates. We do have a certificate of appropriateness in the hopper. It was originally going to be tonight, but the applicant had a work conflict that came up, so he is asked to reschedule that. We also have a proposed annexation that has a potentially will need to do some sort of preservation plan. So they also are looking to come as well. So ideally that would be in February, which could mean having both a meeting and a retreat in February, which is less than ideal, but at the same time, I know there's a lot of hesitation on the part of both parties to wait until March.
Right. And speaking along those lines, the one other item I would have then is the next grant cycle.
Yes.
So we missed, obviously, the October grant cycle in the interest of trying to keep some momentum going in this big survey plan. I would really hate to miss the next one, which I believe is April 1st or
April
15th or something.
It is in April. I don't recall if it's the 1st or the 15th, but it is on the work plan, and we have some kind of background work that we need to do that we'll be starting on in the next week or so.
Okay.
So it is still front of mind.
Okay, good.
Which is to say it's still on my whiteboard.
Right, okay. I just want to make sure it gets somewhere actionable prior
Yes.
to that time. All right, thank you. And for those of you who may or may not be aware, what I'm talking about, we last year completed a kind of survey plan to identify neighborhoods that where we could potentially get more information. We have a decent amount of property surveys in the east side and the west side neighborhoods, but not much outside of that except for specific landmarks. And so the survey plan, which I would encourage any of you that haven't looked at it to do so, talks about some priorities for other neighborhoods outside of those two that would areas where we could engage a consultant to really kind of go through the neighborhood and identify properties that have potential for landmark status. And so we would need another grant to pay for that consultant to perform that work, and it's sort of an overarching goal to add neighborhoods to our database over time. So that's what we're referring to. Okay, great. Well, then we'll move on to public invited to be heard. I have no one on the list and see no one in the audience, so I'm assuming there's no one here to speak. So we'll go ahead and close that and move on to the meat of this evening's business, which is the annual meeting. So first order of business is to elect a chair. I will say that I'm happy to serve again if that's what you all would like, but I am also perfectly willing, as I mention every single time, to hand this off to someone else if they are so inclined. Let's see, Commissioner Barnard.
So I nominate Steve Lane to be the chairman for the coming year.
Second.
Okay, I've got a nomination to elect myself, Steve Lane, as the chair. The nomination from Commissioner Barnard and seconded by Commissioner Henderson. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Reluctantly, I'll not oppose. Okay, I will continue. Now, just as fair warning, this is my last year on this commission. I am officially term limited as of the end of the year, and so I think you all should start thinking about, who's going to do this next. And speaking of that, next would be election of vice chair. Now, historically, that has been Commissioner Norton, who is not here, which is also a perfect opportunity to nominate somebody. But if there's anyone else who is interested in doing that, again, you can certainly nominate yourself and volunteer for that position. But we do need a nomination. There, go ahead.
I
Commissioner
nominate
Barnard.
Holly Norton in her absence, since she can't refuse.
I'll take a second anyway, anyhow you like.
Second.
All right. Okay. We have a nomination for Commissioner Norton as vice chair from Commissioner Jacoby and seconded by Commissioner Henderson. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Can't hear Commissioner Norton from afar, so she will retain that role. Okay. Now, the next piece would be meetings. This is one of the exceptions that we have seemingly at least a couple times a year where the meeting is not held on the first Thursday of each month. I think that usually the conflicts are around holidays, so there is a July 2nd meeting that would be right before the July 4th weekend, and similarly a September 3rd meeting that would be right before the Labor Day weekend. Otherwise, I didn't see any particular calendar conflicts. The issue to be aware of, as we're seeing tonight, is that very often the following Thursday is not available, so that pushes it into something like this where it's a Wednesday. So I guess not knowing everyone's schedule for the entire year, do any commissioners have take any exception to the dates proposed? I'm going to suggest any alternates or approve as listed. Okay, Commissioner Barnard.
I think it would help if we had an idea what the staff was going to recommend for the retreat dates.
Sure.
I can do that. So we've confirmed with the Callahan House that they are available on Saturday, February 7th, with the caveat that only the upstairs room is available. So if anyone has any issues with stairs, that would not be an ideal date. They are also available on Saturday, February 21st on either floor. So, and as I noted, we have one applicant and one presentation that are seeking to be before the commission in February, so that may influence your decision. So, but then there is also the ADA stair question for the February 7th date.
So conceivably, we could hold the February meeting date because we have somebody who's
Yes.
looking for an application.
And add a
and
retreat
add
date.
A retreat date, yeah, okay. Okay.
I did not look at the 14th solely because so many of us will be at the Saving Places Conference that week, so it might be a lot.
Right. Yeah, my personal preference might be the 21st, but, and to hold the February meeting, but that's just me. Commissioner Barnard, did you have more? Go ahead. No? Yes?
Yes, okay. I'd add to the information available, the February 21st, Longmont Symphony is performing. 7 o'clock. It's conceivable. If we did it, I could still make the symphony, but
Yeah, we've normally had it in the daytime, right? It's usually been.
Yeah, they've typically been like from 1 to 4 or something like that, but we could always look at doing it in the morning too.
1 to 4 is fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we've ever gone beyond 4 o'clock.
Okay. Commissioner Jacoby?
I think holding it after the Saving Places Conference is a good idea. I often get inspired and get some ideas at the conference, and we might bring them forward to our retreat.
That's a great point. Okay, so what I think I'm hearing is to hold the February 5th date and to plan the retreat on the 21st. Are there any other issues or conflicts? No? All right, I'll just go ahead and move that we establish the dates as noted in the staff report, including holding the February 5th meeting and holding our annual retreat on the 21st. Do I have a second? Okay. Second from Commissioner O'Day. All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Great.
I'll get the Callahan House reserved.
Excellent. So you expect that would be 1 to 4? Unless otherwise-
That's my
Yeah.
anticipation.
Okay.
That gives us plenty of time to set up and everything, so.
Perfect.
But yeah, we'll confer on that.
Okay.
Then the next question is continuing the meeting time for regular meetings at 5
Oh, right.
o'clock.
Okay, yeah, all right. I guess I should have flipped the page and done that all together. Yeah, so for a short period of time, we did have an alternate time because of some issues with timing in this room, but historically, this meeting has been held at 5 o'clock. So I'm going to lump, even though they're they were in different categories, I'm going to lump it with the next one, which is the meeting location. So are there any commissioners that have an objection to establishing the meeting location as of the council chambers typically on 5 o'clock? Can I get a so moved?
I
I'll
sec-
move to hold them in the city council chambers at 5 o'clock
On Thursday.
on
Yep.
Thursday, the first Thursday.
Yep. Okay, have a second?
I second.
Okay, so we've got a motion from Commissioner O'Day, seconded by Commissioner Terrick, to essentially keep the status quo with regards to time and location. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Also carries unanimously. Two more. Meeting agenda posting locations. This meeting is posted typically on the website for the city in the agenda portal. And are they actually posted at the Civic Center? They're still posted? Yeah, okay. I never actually walked by it and paid attention, I guess. All right, approval for our agenda posting location? Get a motion? All right. And a second?
Yes.
Second, okay. All right, so motion to approve the posting location from Commissioner Jacoby and a second by Commissioner Henderson. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None? All right. And last but not least, the commission bylaws, which are in your packet and probably worth just making sure you are familiar with them. It's pretty straightforward, but let's see, are there any suggestions or revisions to the bylaws? I'm looking at you, Commissioner Barnard. No, you're good? All right. All right. Can I get a motion to approve from you?
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve the bylaws.
I've got a motion. How about a second there?
Second.
Okay, all right, perfect. All right, so I've got a motion to approve the bylaws from Commissioner Terrick and a second by Commissioner Barnard. All those in favor? Say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. And I tease because Commissioner Barnard's always one of the better folks of dialing in on some of that language, so. All right. Okay, that's really the meat of what we're needing to accomplish today. Jennifer, did you have anything else on your list? It felt like there was probably something I was missing.
I believe we covered it all.
Okay.
Meeting dates, retreat dates. On the retreat, I will get the Callahan House reserved for the 21st. Is there a preference for upstairs in the room that we've used before or downstairs in one of the other rooms? Okay.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me. So what I will want to propose an agenda for that meeting.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, and so what I would encourage, especially any of the new commissioners to do, is to go back maybe a year or two and just read through the minutes of that particular, those retreat meetings, so that you have a sense of what's been done in the past. In past times, a couple years ago, we focused quite a bit on the demolition ordinance, which has been revised and passed by council and in fact tested out a couple times with, a mixed degree of success, if you will, but certainly learn some lessons learned. We can certainly do a quick overview of that if that's desired, because I think that's something that we might see, over the course of the year. And then certainly an update on the survey plan and where we stand with moving forward with that. Those are the two big ones. The survey plan is certainly something I want to see, moving. And then after that, it really kind of opens it up to the commission in terms of what you all would like to talk about. In the past, we've talked about outreach to the community, education, lots of different things. So I think there's an opportunity for all the commissioners to make some suggestions, perhaps at the February meeting, which is also another reason to keep that. If there's anything in particular you'd like to have thrown out there for discussion. We do have 4 hours, and that seems like a lot of time, and it gets filled up pretty quick, but certainly this is an opportunity to kind of set an agenda for what we talk about outside of the times when, when there's just an application in front of us, right? So.
Great. And I'm just going to note that I am about to press the send button on, because I know Councilmember Marcin and Commissioner Haberman probably do not have a copy of the survey plan, and I'm not aware that it's on our website right now because we are undergoing some revisions to the website. So I'm about to email you guys a copy of that survey plan.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, then, moving on, there are no items that we have for public hearing, and there is no new nor prior business that we have to discuss tonight. So we just roll right into any comments from HPC commissioners. So this is an opportunity for anybody on the commission, if you have something that you would like to mention, talk about, bring up. This isn't really a discussion time, but it's more of a, hey, something you might have done, some interesting point you might have, or hey, I just wrote another book or something. I don't know. All right, Commissioner Jacoby.
Just a quick question for you, Jennifer. We're talking about surveys, and we decided not to do the Old North survey request because of just
We have Old North
haywire
survey.
data. Do we? Is that all settled now?
Yeah, we have Old North surveys. There was actually a survey effort done for that neighborhood 11 or 12 years ago, definitely before my time here, and before anyone who is still at the planning department was aware of it also. So we have a little more than half of that neighborhood already surveyed.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah. So we have quite a few surveys for that. So
you've gone through. I mean, it seemed like you had a lot of stuff you didn't know what you had at the last meeting.
it's still a work.
Now you pretty much know.
It's still a work in progress, but we have
Okay.
a pretty good idea. Melanie's been doing a lot of work on, getting. There was also, really filling in the east side surveys, because we did come across a tranche of like surveys from 2003 that were in a
Right.
very old Word document format. So Melanie took on the Herculean task of getting those converted to PDF. So as we get the website more functional, shall we say, or more better organized and easier to navigate, really, we'll be getting those put up on there as well. So and it will be the same, because we do have that interactive map
Right.
set up. So we're looking at how we can improve that as well. So
Great, thank you.
yeah.
Right. One thought that I have that we, again, since we have new commissioners, is, and I don't know if we need necessarily the attorney's office to be there, but a refresher on the ex parte communication might also be worth.
I can see if Jeremy's available to come to the February meeting. That might be a good option.
Yeah, if that is better than the retreat or something, but certainly getting that information out there might be worth.
I think he would probably prefer to do it at a.
Okay, I would imagine, yes.
Regular
Okay, perfect. Okay, Commissioner Barnard. No? Who I got? See,
Councilmember Marks?
oh, sorry.
You good.
I didn't
Chairman,
have my
my,
glasses on.
no, my only thing would be to add on to that as well, and just a helpful thing for all of our city boards is just continuing to learn about the requirements that you all fall under in terms of sunshine and open records laws as well, in terms of having, if you're going to have the city attorney's office come in and communicate about that, maybe a brief conversation about you all, believe it or not, are under a lot of the same rules and procedures that I'm under as a member of council. So, yeah.
Right, yeah, fair enough, thank you. All right, any other commissioners have any comments they'd like to share? No? Okay, City Council Member Marching, anything else you'd like to?
Thank you so much, Chairman Lane, and thank you to all of you for the board. I am just really excited to get the chance to work with all of you. I wanted to just take a minute to introduce myself and let you know I'm here. I am a historian by training and a history teacher by practice, and the work that this board does is not to the level, obviously, of many of you on this board in terms of being a trained historian, Dr. Haberman, et cetera, but I am happy to send you all my undergrad thesis if you'd like to see it. But it's on Longmont. It's on Longmont's history in collectivism. But yeah, I am very excited to be able to share with all of you the work of this board, and most importantly, to support all of you as your liaison to council. And I wanted to just talk very briefly about how I view that role, and specifically how I hope to support this board as you, this commission, excuse me, as you go throughout the course of the year ahead, over really the next 2 years. I see myself primarily as a liaison in every sense of the term. My job is to provide you information and support and communicate between you and council the overall goals that you have, and be able to provide hopefully helpful communication when items that you bring forward come to council, and the other way around. I know that last year there was at least one instance that I'm pretty familiar with, the demolition issue towards the end of the year, where I think clear communication between council and the commission would have been really helpful. And that's one of my goals, to make sure that if council makes a decision, you know, regardless of where I stand on that decision, my hope is to always be able to back up the commission, and to, if we disagree, that you understand where I'm coming from and we understand each other. But ultimately to be able to help you understand the decisions council makes, especially related to the work that you do. So that's really my goal. My inbox is always open. I'm here to help as much as I can. The one thing I do want to note, my goal, this is my top priority commission, my top priority board and commission in terms of my physical attendance at being here. I know that the request of this commission was that the council liaison be here, and that is my goal, is to be here. I do want to make sure everyone on the commission, including the chairman, is aware. I have a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old at home, and a baby girl on the way who will be here between 6 minutes from now and 6 weeks from now, kind of in that window. Thank you. I also have a full-time day job, and then also, obviously, the responsibilities of council. So with that said, I think it's important that the board and all the boards that I work with in this commission know specifically that things may come up for me occasionally that will not allow me to be here physically in person. However, I will watch, probably live, every single meeting that you all have that I'm not able to be here. I will also communicate meetings in advance with the chair and with staff directly in terms of any written updates I have, and I would hope that, Mr. Chairman, and if I am absent, that in this period of the agenda, if I have a written update, you'd be able to provide it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, and just generally, thank you all for the work that you do and the work that you will do. There is going to be a lot that is going to come in front of this commission in the next year. That is going to be important and impactful conversations around projects that are in the pipeline, projects that are on their way, and just as we think about how we envision the future of our community, making sure that we are respectful of spaces and the historic nature of a lot of the buildings that we have in the community is going to be important. So thank you all for your work. I'm excited to do it with you, and I don't think I'll ever have a half-hour-long meeting in this room again for the rest of the year. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, you bet. I think that's highly unlikely. But yeah, appreciate the comments and the passion. Yeah. All right. That gets us through this evening. So I will now take a motion to adjourn.
I will move that we adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Moved by Commissioner O'Day and seconded by Commissioner Henderson. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.